Greetings and welcome, family. Thanks for stopping by for another episode of Roadtripja, the heartbeat of Jamaica's roads. To navigate you through the experience is Dr. A, your excursion extraordinaire and guide. Today we'll be covering some news articles dating back in 2017 and 2018 concerning the Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project. Articles like the signing of US $326 million loan agreement with China, the expected start date of 2018, which was missed, the People's National Party wanting a voice in the project, and so much more. If this is something that you're interested in experiencing, stick around. Soon come. Thanks for choosing to stay for the experience. Now that we are all here, if you are not yet subscribed to the Roadtripja channel, please feel free to do so and ensure you turn your notification on to all so you will be notified on every occasion of release without exception. If our conversation added any value or even a new perspective, please indicate by turning the like button blue. To have conversations with us, you can do so in our VIP section, the comments. And don't forget to share so others can become a part of the family. It is now time to get active. We are going to be stepping into the year 2017. Our first article in that year in our sequence article flow is number 5, captioned Shaw signs US $326 million loan agreement for the Southern Highway extension of toll road. This article was published by the Jamaica Gleaner, February 16, 2017. And the article states to us, Finance and Public Service Minister Audley Shaw today has signed a US $326 million loan agreement with the China Exim Bank for the Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project and the extension of the tolled East-West Way from Maypen, Clarendon to Williamsfield, Manchester. Yes, so this is in relation to the Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project. However, this is Section B, the section that in 2021 has been designated as a toll section. The article goes further to indicate that Shaw, who led a delegation to China, met his Chinese counterpart Xinjiang on Wednesday and updated him on the Jamaican economic and the status of Chinese investment locally. The minister release said he noted that since 2011, when he last met with Jing, Jamaica had progressed with the Jamaica Development Infrastructure Development Program, the major infrastructure development program of the last administration, and to the completion of the North-South Highway. Let's take a pause. This means that talks were already taking place earlier than we thought. Initially, we had found information on this project in 2015, then 2012, when different companies were producing different reports. Now we are seeing that in 2011, the PNP were having private conversation with the Chinese company. Back to the article. At the signing of the loan agreement, Lynk, Vice Chairman and President of the Exim Bank of China, assured Shaw of the bank's commitment to further support Jamaica in its economic development program. The finance minister agreed on the strategic improvement of Jamaica in joint venture for the development of industrial and agro parks to service export market in the Western Hemisphere. Shaw also met China Vice Minister of Commerce Zhang, and it was mutually agreed to explore the possibility of entering into a memorandum of understanding to put in place mechanism for the establishment of logistic, industrial and agro parks in Jamaica. We're seeing that he also met and discussed with the chairman and the Chinese Development Bank the financing of the North-South Highway and the financing of future improvement project. My final words on this article. we are seeing that this project of the Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project, the finance agreement started in 2011. In 2012, concepts and plans were drafted. In 2015, it was announced by the Portia Simpson-led administration, the PNP, and it was only in 2020 that the project officially started, though groundbreaking was in 2019. This shows the power of bureaucracy. Now for our next article, which comes to us under the caption, Work on the US $384 million South Coast Highway project to begin in 2018. Well, we all know now that this project never got started in 2018. However, 2020 was the year. You may have noticed from the headline that the project cost $384 million US. However, only $326 million US was secured from the China Exim Bank. The math would indicate that there is a difference of $58 million US. This means that that will come directly from the taxpayers up front. And then guess what? The people in the parishes which the road will run will eventually have tax increase on their properties and other amenities to compensate for this project. Not only just to compensate for the project, but to repay the loans and interest. Isn't that interesting? This article truly comes to us from the Jamaica Information Service. And I'll read a portion of it. The US $384 million Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project SCIP, which entails rehabilitation of 110 kilometers roadway between Harborview and Port Antonio in Portland, is expected to get on its way early 2018. The National Work Agency Communication and Customer Service Manager Stephen Shaw says the environmental impact assessment study which is required for the project implementation is being pursued by the National Environmental and Planning Agency. We have reviewed some of their documents about the environmental impact so far, but we have more on this document to be reviewed. And then the article went further to say that he said that on completion, the NEPA, the NWA, and other relevant government agency and stakeholders will meet to determine a date for a public forum with residents of St. Thomas, where a significant percentage of the project is located. The meeting should happen within 60 days, I believe, and once we have been able to complete all the necessary isophores as NEPA is concerned and a decision taken regarding sharing the details of the EIA study, we will be having a public meeting, Mr. Shaw said. We are seeing where there's a lot of back and forth in the development and the design of this project, and they have to go through so many hoops in order to get regulation and certification and all these other precautionary measures that have to be taken into place. We don't mind having these precautions in place. However, what we the people would like to see is more efficiency in the rollout and the streamlining of system where we can track the progress and the process so we can know that people are meeting deadline and target dates. Because when we have it and people can meet the requirements when they feel like, then we have things falling out the line. And then one department may need the information to move to the next step, and they have to be waiting on the department that is lacking before they can even move or submit their position on particular efforts. And the article continues that Mr. Shaw said that National Work Agency was preparing a cabinet submission for the presentation shortly, adding that the island acquisition exercise will start very soon. He also advised that the Czech China Harbor Engineering Company has submitted preliminary designs and is in the process of finalizing these documents. We have access to those designs and they can be located in the description below. We expect that the China Harbor will be able to show us the final design by December. So the project was supposed to start in 2018 and they are waiting on final design by December 2018. So realistically, we are looking to start early next year. Okay, that makes sense, because if we get the design, you have to review them. I need about 3 months to review all those designs based on the bureaucracy, or even more depending. So we therefore see that this project is not going to get off by 2018. Mr. Shaw noted that the project area was a significant amount of roadway that will pretty much continue what started with the improvement of the corridors of Negril to Ochi Rios and from Ochi Rios to Port Antonio. So they are saying that what we'll be getting at the end is a vastly improved road network between Harborview and Port Antonio. And they are saying that the bonus of all of this is the rehabilitation of the stretch from Morant Bay all the way to Cedar Valley, he added. That would not be a bonus. Those roads need to be digged up and repaved. That is something that we need to be addressed. But as time progresses, you will realize that all of that will be addressed and favorably for the people of Jamaica, not to mention the people of St. Thomas. Let us now move over to the year 2018. Our first article comes to us from the Jamaica Gleaner, July 20, 2018. Caption: Phillips says PNP will establish the Southern Coastal Highway project. Wow, I thought that the project was already being established. Hadn't they laid the foundation? Yes, but they had not yet pursued the actual project. The article goes to say to us that leader of the opposition, Dr. Peter Phillips, says that the People's National Party will go ahead with plans for the Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project, which is to link the parish to the rest of the country. The project, which was proposed under the previous PNP administration, would see the construction of a 4-lane highway from Harborview in St. Andrew to Morant Bay in St. Thomas at a cost of a whopping US $500 million. We are seeing that the price tag has gone. The original plan was developed by the PNP administration. Thank you, PNP. That was very, very good. I want to let you know, I want you to look at what they have proposed. The plan was to develop a 4-lane highway from Harborview in St. Andrew to Morant Bay in St. Thomas. Check this out, at a cost of $500 million. This is exorbitant for the length of road that will be rehabilitated. We have to do something about this, but will they do something about that in 2021, 2020, or even 2019? Stick around and we'll figure that out. But as we continue in the article, how did the money balloon so far outside the initial plans of almost 2x the original proposed? Don't we see that there is something off here? The plan was just for Harborview to Morant Bay, which has fairly good roads in comparison to the rest of St. Thomas. So the communities that really need the road would not get access. And that for us is a big problem. I also had a revelation about the initial intention of this project. The PNP wanted to have this project as a toll road, similarly to how they gated the people of Portmore. Are we kidding ourselves? You really would want to put a toll road in St. Thomas, one of the parish with majority of its citizens living below poverty line or at poverty line? This would be an exorbitant burden on those citizens, and majority of the costs would have to be borne by those who are a little bit better off. So the people would have to pay to use a road that they needed. So this would just be for a show. We need a redesign of this project, at least some modifications, in order for it to work for the people, because the money that is being used to secure the loan is from the people. So we need our representation to work for the people and not against the people. Back to the news. The plans changed with the election win of the Jamaica Labour Party in 2016, which instead announced that it would upgrade the road from Harborview to Bull Bay and was an undertaking improvement roads work for the rest of the road network. That sounds a little bit better, but let us see what will happen in the near future. Speaking during a tour of the parish yesterday, Phillips said that a PNP government would revert to the original plan. The original plan seems good in idea, but the cost of the plan seems a little bit exorbitant. That is just my opinion. According to him, the absence of the appropriate infrastructure is one of the main reasons for the extreme underdevelopment of St. Thomas, and we think it's essential that the plan be put back in place. Philip said in the meantime, opposition will use the parliament to push the government to reconsider its position and fast-track the highway project. Apart from the announcement, we haven't seen evidence of the road work started, and we are going to use every available resource in Parliament to get the government to respond to the needs of the people of St. Thomas, he said. And I'm just going to pause right there. If we remember, the initial plan was designed by the PNP. They served 2 terms with the plan, because each term is 4 years. They were in power up to 2 terms with the plan. However, the road work didn't get done, but they had the plan, which is tremendous. It seems as though when our officials are in power, they have a different perspective than when they are on the opposition. Just something to think about. This is where we have to put a pause on our news recap and review of the development concerning the Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project. The saga will continue, and there are more revelations and changes that you may have not known. Here at Roadtripja, the heartbeat of Jamaica's road, it is our duty to keep you in the know. Until next time, we will jump over to 2019. You don't want to miss it. But for now, walk, drive, and fly good. This is Dr. A, your excursion extraordinaire, signing out. Peace, love, respect.